Hey everyone, it's Wednesday morning, February 19th, and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Sella, here to break down yesterday's market action in just 2 minutes. Let's get started. Before we dive in, a quick note, today's episode is sponsored by AMF Capital, Asset Management Frankfurt. For tailored investment solutions and top-quality mutual funds, visit amf-capital.de. So, the stock market kicked off this holiday-shortened week with a bit of hesitation. The Standard & Poor's 500 managed to squeeze out a small gain of 0.2%, closing at a fresh record of 6,126.54. But the real action happened in the last 10 minutes of trading. Meanwhile, the Dow Jones Industrial Average ended just slightly in the red, while the Nasdaq barely held onto its gains. Now, what's keeping investors on edge? Well, a few things. First, the big debate on interest rates. Over the long weekend, Federal Reserve officials made it clear. They're not in a hurry to cut rates. Inflation is still a concern, and recent data hasn't given them a strong reason to shift gears. That cautious tone sent Treasury yields higher, with the 10-year yield climbing to around 4.54%. Speaking of uncertainty, we also have Trump's tariff policies. Investors are waiting to see how his trade moves play out and how they might impact inflation. And let's not forget about the bigger geopolitical picture, US-Russia talks over the Ukraine war. Officials from both sides met in Saudi Arabia, and while details are scarce, markets are watching closely. In Europe, stocks held near record highs as traders bet on increased defense spending. Earnings season is also keeping things interesting. 46 Standard & Poor's 500 companies are set to report this week, so there's plenty to watch. Over in China, earnings from major tech names kicked off with Baidu reporting a revenue decline. Alibaba is up next on Thursday, and that could give us a better read on the state of China's trillion-dollar tech sector. So, what's next? All eyes are on the Federal Reserve minutes coming out Wednesday. Investors will be looking for any clues on rate cuts and how the Fed views Trump's tariff moves. Meanwhile, we'll see if this cautious market mood continues, or if a new catalyst gives stocks fresh momentum. That's it for today. Thanks for tuning in to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm Endrit Sella, and I'll catch you again tomorrow morning. Cheerio!